So this is the import of my, there we go, import of my engagement shoot on my Nikon card. These are the images coming in. Just take a while for them to refresh. So I'm going to use embedded and sidecar because it's faster to be able to view my images that way. I'm going to name everything Chey, so Chey. I'm going to use not my studio settings, but I'm just going to use none. It's a photography meetup, so that's the metadata I use for that. And the image, I'm just going to back up here. Today is this was the 19th. And it's Chey, or Chey I should say, and Mike, Engagement, engagement. So that's going to go in my work in process folder, and it's going to appear right there as 2090619, Chey and Mike engagement. So this is all the images I am importing, and there's 578 of them. Okay, import, boom. And nothing's matching my criteria, which is whatever this is, all on the rated O images. I can just say none, and they'll start coming in. So we'll wait for them to start popping in. And this progress bar will keep going. And as soon as it's done, then we'll be ready to start playing with images. So I can start in the meantime. The letter E is the same thing as clicking over here, which is the loop view. And that was just a close-up we did of her hand, obviously overexposed, so that's a 2. And this is a much better one, but I obviously don't need a picture of that ring. So I'll just hit 2 again. And so this is the exposure I'm getting based on that image, and that's not particularly great. Big shadow on the nose, I'll give that a 2. And I've obviously changed my settings here, so I'll give that one a 2 as well. That's not too bad, I'll give that a 3, give that a 3. That's a 3. So if I really, really like something, I give it a 4, but otherwise I just give it a 3. I'm just going through them quickly. And I've got a little darker, give that one a 2. That's a 3, that's a 2. Obviously my flash isn't recycling very fast. Give that a 2, that's a 2. That's obviously blurred, that's a 2. So I'm zooming back now to get a little bit of something a little different. Not too bad. That's a 2. Getting more sky there. That's a 2, that's a 2, that's a 2. We're just testing some stuff here. They're standing back there. I'm testing my exposure before we get them to do anything. Don't particularly like that. That's a 2, that's a 2, 2, 2. Getting a little bit better. Let's keep that one as a 3. Yeah, 2, 2. He's looking a little serious here. I could probably bring this black up, but I'll leave that as a 3, 3. Obviously change my exposure a whole bunch. So again, 3 there. So I'm just giving these a 3 or a 2. Cute with the nose, I'll keep that at 3. So I'm just deciding what is worth looking into a little bit more closely, just hitting 3 as I go along, hitting 2. If I don't like it, it looks like she's yawning, that's a 2. Just testing his shirt here, just to see how bright or dark it was, so that's just a 2. So I tested the shirt when he was in the shade, but now they're in the sun, so it's a little bit bright. So I'm just going to see if I like this or not. So I might actually test something just before I decide whether I'm going to do anything with this. So if I want to, I can go to Develop Module and just bring the exposure down. And you know, we can probably do something reasonable with these. So how many of these have I got? This whole series looks like it's about the same. Click on those and say sync. So the settings I put on the first one get copied to all of the others. I don't want to copy the crop, which really doesn't matter in this case. Don't want to copy spot removal, but I'm going to copy everything else. So it copies that across to all of these images. So I do the settings once, and then all of these will eventually come into play. There we go, perfect. Go back to my Lightroom module, and let's see now. 3, that looks okay. 3, that's not bad. 3, yeah, that's also a 3. 3. So if I see anything that's really bad, I'll make it a 2, but otherwise I'm just hanging on to it. So just doing 3s as I go along here. So this is really just a first pass. So as I was shooting, I was trying to put them not always in the center of the frame. I was recropping and doing slightly different looks. And obviously I'm testing something here on the grass, so hit 2. We're just getting ready. We're just doing exposure tests. That's another 2. That's another 2. Kind of a cute picture. I'll keep it as a 3, but I don't think I was intended to do much with that one. 2. So again, I got another series here that's we tested. This is when Dave was asking us to just walk in the shade with this bright tree in the background. Let me see what I can do with this one. So I'm going to darken the whole thing a little bit, bump up the shadows a little bit, and take down the really, really bright areas. Maybe make the whole thing just a hint brighter. Okay, that's good enough. So let's go ahead and apply this to a bunch of things till about here somewhere. And again, synchronize the whole thing. Click. And so it's a little slow because there's still import that's going on at the same time. Normally I would just go have a coffee and ignore all of this until I was ready to start. And go back to E. And so there's another 3, 3, 3. Three, another 3, and I don't know if I'm really crazy about that one, but anyways, we'll worry about that later. So here I'm doing a test on her arm, looking a little yellow if you remember, but I'll just do that too. And I don't particularly like his expression too. He's hiding too. I think if I remember, they were going around in circles here doing a little dance type thing. So let's see, here's an example where I could probably dehaze this a little bit. Remove some of the yellow. And a little bit more clarity in this one. Bump up the contrast. So his expression's still not great, so I'll just make that one a 2. I'll do previous just to see what my changes look like. I think I need a little bit more light in his face. I'm just going to do shadows up a bit. Bring down the color a bit more. Alright, and make that one a 2. That's a 2 again. No, that's not too bad. Maybe make that one a 3. That's better. I'm getting a 3 here. come on. I thought I hit 3. 3. So that's kind of in her face. Make that a 2. Too bad. Good expression, but that's just in her eye. 2. She's got such cute expressions. Yeah, that's a 2, 2, 2. Darn. A lot of junk in her face. But that's okay. Film is cheap. Not too bad. Make that a 3. Make that a 3. Make that a 3. 3. His expression's pretty good when he's not thinking about it. There we go. 3, 3. Make that a 2. And we're into a new series here. That looks pretty good. So 3, 3. Looks blurry. 2. I don't like his expression. 2, 3, 3. That's a 2, 2, 3. So it's just a first pass, just to, oh, that's cute. So if I see something I really, really like I kind of don't mind this one, I might give it a 4 right off the bat. And that's a 3. The problem with doing that is that's a 2. And here's where I wanted to. Here's our color balance. And I'll just bump that. So that's what the white should look like. And that's really 5001. And that's with the yellow. So I'll go back in. So now if I want to, I can take this color balance and apply it to all of these images. And I'll say synchronize, check nothing. Just the white balance across all the images that I've selected. And I'll just bring that level of color all the way across. Anyways, so where I was going, by the way, as I said, if I make something a 4, that one was blurry. So if I make something a 4, then that's great, but I might have like a bunch of images which are all very similar. And so if I made that one a 4, then, well, wait a minute, maybe this one would have been a 4. So sometimes it's better to just go ahead and make everything 3s and not single them as you go along, but I don't always follow my own advice. Okay, so that's a 2. Here I'm just testing the light here. I wanted to see how light and dark these things were before we got them into the picture. So I'm getting my exposure settings. And there she is, and she's in spot. And now we're supposedly okay. But I'm still thinking that the light hitting her and him are still a little bit too bright here. So let me just bring this down. I think I like that. I'm looking for like a bit of a moody shot. I'll bring up the shadows and make this a little warmer. Maybe bring it up just a little bit. And that's not bad. So we'll leave that there. So we'll make that one a 3. And then again, I can just hit previous, get the same thing, 3, previous. So now she's got into the shadow here. So let me just bump this up a bit. Okay, and then 3. Maybe the sun went in behind a cloud, I don't know. This isn't too bad. If I go previous, yeah, I like that better. Okay, so, and I'll do Control-Shift-C, and I'll copy everything except maybe a crop, spot removal. I'll leave the rest, just in case I need this later. So that's not too bad. That's a 3. Let's go previous and see what I like. That's not too bad. I'm trying to decide whether I just like it higher contrast or like this. But for now, I want to give them proofs, so this is going to be good enough for proof. 3. There we go, 3. And I keep hitting previous as I go along, but as you saw earlier, I could instead apply this to all of those sync and apply what I've just applied. And there you go. And I don't like that line. It's probably this casting a shadow on her face, so I'm just going to go 2 and maybe 3. That's not bad. 3. Yeah, I don't like her face. 2, 3. So 3. No, I'm going to go 2 on his face. Now, once in a while, I will, if I really like her face, but I don't like his, I may keep this as a 2 with the intention of maybe stealing his face from, you know, over here and putting it on this one, you know, that type of thing. But right now we have enough of them. I don't have to worry about that. But sometimes when I'm doing a wedding, if I have 20 good faces and one really kid picking his nose or something, then I may hang on to that picture because all of them are good except for that one kid and steal the kid from somewhere else. So I don't just delete these things right away. That's the whole point of having a 2. Is it's going to be deleted, but not right away. So that's a 2. That's a 2. Maybe a 3. 3. 3. Ooh, serious one. 2. And now we're into a new series. So I'll just hit 2 over here. Now that's a 2. So her face is turned too far away, so I'm not really liking these. That's better. I want her to turn around. There we go. So this isn't bad. Now she's in the sun. He appears to not be in the sun, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to deal with this later. I'll get into some of the editing later, but I know I can adjust that image. And by the way, as I was shooting, I was trying to move myself so that these poles were invisible, so that there were some silver poles there that I really didn't like. But I'll keep that as a 3 for now. That's a 3. There we go. Boy, those nails. You could scratch a guy with that. All right. That's kind of cute. Yeah. So I'll change my angle a little bit. Oops, something's changed there. So over here I was shooting at 5.6, 1/250th, ISO 200. And I just bumped myself up to f4. Somewhere along the line I thought maybe I needed it brighter, but who knows. It's got a nice mood to it. This looks a little bit too bright almost. Let's bring it down a bit. In particular, actually, let's bring down the highlights. Okay, and then let's apply that to a bunch of them. Till about here. And just sync that right across. Okay, so I'm watching this up here, paste settings, and it's done. So because the import's now done, things are going a lot faster, so that's definitely a 3. Great expression there. See, that's one that I might actually make a 4. I can always change my mind later, but that's a 2. The hair is crossing the face, hands in a funny position, that's a 2. 2, 3. And I don't know what I was testing there. Probably the light falling on their skin. He looks very relaxed there. Oops, go back there. That's going to be a 2. And yeah, that's a 2. No. Go back. 2, 2, 2. Yeah, these are just shooting away as they're talking. So I'm shooting this at f4. I'm obviously focused on her, and he's a little soft. So have to think about that one, but one of the challenges when you're shooting low depth of field, full frame. And 3, 3, whoops, go back. I'm not sure what he's got his tongue sticking out there, number 2. This is okay, 3. I don't mind that. That looks pretty good. 3, her eyes are closed a little bit more. So you can compare these two. I'm going to do more of this later, but this one will keep, and this one will make a 2 right away. But later on, when we have multiple 3s, I'm going to be bringing them side by side to do a quick check. Okay, so here I was just testing light. I wanted to see how much, whoops, go back here. I wanted to see how bright the hair light was. So I'm not using flash yet. Here I introduced my flash, but it's obviously too strong. That's a 2. I brought the flash down a little bit better. And I'm getting into the right zone here, testing their skin again, and now I think I'm starting to shoot. So, yeah, it's a 2. Kind of cute. Let's make that a 3. That's kind of 3. Oh, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. That's kind of pretty. 3. Give that one a 4, 3, 2, yeah, 3, 3. I'll do a 2, 2, make that a 3. Very serious here. Yeah, I got this lady in the background, oh well. I'll keep that as a 3. I can always erase that. That's a very simple change, so let's do that. Don't like his expression. That's better. There's a 3. So here I'm going to have to bring the highlights down on her feet and stuff like that, but it's good enough as a proof. It's a little soft. Maybe the exposure was wrong here. Not the exposure, but the focus was off, so I'll just ignore those. Oh, that's too bad. They're very soft. I obviously missed my focus on these. There we go. That's better. Good. That's kind of interesting. There we go. So I'm just deciding which I like, which I don't like, and it gives me something to review later. I don't like that barn, but no, that's better. And I like her expression. I'm not sure about his, but I'll just leave it as a 3 for now. She looks sleepy there. That's good. A lot of good ones here. Very similar though, but so we'll have to look at these in terms of expression later. And some junk down there we'll have to clean up if they like that one. And here we are testing our hand again. So I walked up to where they were standing and I put my hand there just to see how well my flash was reaching. Hi Sam. Anyways, that's, whoops, go back. That would be a 2. And we got rid of the bag now. So, okay, maybe a 3. A little tighter crop. That's a little bit better. 3, 3. That doesn't look sharp. Oops. Yeah, that's still good. Okay, 3. And I guess the flash didn't fire on that one. It's 3, 3. This looks too static. I'm not crazy about that pose. A little bit better. Eyes closed. Okay, they were having fun here. That's not bad. I changed my settings here. You can see, let me just go to here. So I was shooting f8 for this one. F8 again. Something's changed. 1/250th of a second versus 1/125th of a second. So I changed my shutter speed to try to get the sky a little bit darker. And so the ambiance and whatnot's a little bit darker, but the flash still hitting them is about the same. So it's changing the mood a little bit. Maybe a little too stark. I didn't particularly like that one. And that's not too bad. They're just playing around here. That's kind of cute. And this flash is just too glaring. These are all 2s. I don't like these at all. Here we're testing lighting again, testing light. And so if I remember right, we were too far away from them for the flash to work, so we were just playing with bright settings. And I think in this particular case, I can bring up the shadows, bring down the highlights. Yeah, maybe make it a little bit brighter, but it's not bad. I don't like that pole there, but that's fine. So let's take that and bring it across to these guys. So 3, a little cropping over there, but that's a 3, 3, 3. Yeah. Okay, and same thing here. Let's make that a 2. Previous, make that a, ooh, need that one a little bit brighter. Yeah, nothing special there. I'll make it a 3 for now. Okay, so they've moved to the other side, whole new ball game for settings. I think I was just testing my lights here. I want a little bit more detail in the shadow. Nah, that's a 2. And that's definitely a 2. And so we were trying to test that. These are all blurry anyways. Right about there, I think we're starting to get into the right ballpark. So I'm going to darken these a little bit. Give a little bit more saturation. Bring down this. Give the color a little bit of punch. And maybe it's a little bit too much color right about there. So shadows up. Bring the blacks in. And I shouldn't be fooling around with these right now because I'm just doing my selection, but I got carried away. Sync, boom. Okay, 3, 3. Now it's a 2, 2. There's a 3. The sun's just starting to hit her here, so I'm gonna probably just bring that down. Oops, come on, letter O, and bring down the highlights. And bring down the whites. Anyways, something like that. It'll do for now. And make that a 3, and I'll just say previous. And I only want this to no, I don't want that. All right, I'm actually not going to play with this. I'm just going to, we'll leave that for later. If you get carried away and you start doing your editing, then you might be editing this for nothing, and you have a better picture, you know, like right here, or something like that. So you've got to decide where you're going to do your editing. So I'll leave this one alone. Just leave it as a 3 for now. And leave that one as a 3, and that's going to be a 2. Okay, a 3. And here I'm just looking at the grass as my constant. Number 2. 2, they're just getting ready. They're just getting my settings done. Okay, and now they start walking. And again, I'm just going to do I could do some editing, but I won't. I'll just say 3, 3, 3. Okay, that's good enough. Now, I'm trying to see how bright I can make the sky, so I'm just going to ignore that for now. These are 2s. That one is a 3 for now. That's a blurry, that's a 2, 2. I'm just testing my flash here. There we go. I'm trying to do something dramatic with this flash and the light. And so that's getting closer. So I'm going to, these I wanted to do fairly dramatic. I wanted to do something like, oops, yeah, I'm in the wrong spot. So I'm going to increase the contrast, reduce the light on them, bump up the clarity, make the skies very ominous. I'm going to really darken this this thing here. Okay, so that's not too exciting. I'll leave it as a 3 for now. I'll do a previous for now. Previous again. I think our eyes are closed on this one. Yeah, so I probably want to get rid of that one. Our eyes are open there. Previous. There we go. I think I have a little bit of vignetting going on here, so my shutter speed 1/250th. So even though I'm shooting 1/250th, I'm not getting full flash sync speed. And that's not bad. And let's just do my previous. That's not bad. And let's just bump up the highlights up there, here. And let's bring up the shadows a little bit. Something like that. That's not bad. That's worth a 4. Actually, what I'm going to do is send this to them as a, oops, R, crop. I'll send this to them as a little teaser. Bring down the sky in this area over here. And the rest of it's pretty good. Let's see, I'm seeing a few, so this is at f22. At f22, unfortunately, any dust spots appear, which is a pain in the ass, but I will get rid of a few of them. Obviously got to start cleaning my sensor, even though this is a camera that's only about 2 months old. Your sensor spots appear with f22, f16, way more than if you're shooting at f4 or anything like that. Now if you have a lot of pictures you've taken and the sensor spots are showing up, the good thing is these dots that I'm making here, this, what's that called, spot removal tool? Yeah, spot removal, Q. Those spots are always the same, so I could in fact copy them and paste them to another image. Doesn't matter how I frame the image, the sensor spots are always at the same place on the sensor, so I can just copy those things forward. And so back up. So if I wanted to copy these, all of those dots, I can just say Control-Shift-C, copy nothing, and then just copy the spot removal. So now I can take those and just go to another picture and say Control-Shift-V, oops, and all the sensor spots in the sky disappear. All right, so let's do repeat that last one. That's not too bad. I don't like the crop on this one. I'll crop that there, maybe straighten it. That looks about right. Make this one a little bit tighter. Okay, that looks good. That circle that I have on the side here, it's way over here. Yeah, something like that. Okay, I'll leave that alone. I think I like this one better. And what do I have over here? So if I say previous, then I'm going to end up getting the cropping from this guy. Actually, what I want all of those settings copied over here. And so check all. Well, I won't include the cropping. I do want the spot removal and the graduated filter. Good, now I can choose the cropping I want. R, and hit the shift key so it's cropping in proportionally all the way around. Something like that. So that one or this one. And yeah, very similar. I think his legs are a little straight here. I think I like this little bent leg. And let's just do C to compare two things. And what I want to do, whoops, that's a little too much. What I want to do is I want to just take a look at his expression. Yeah, his expression's better here as well as there. I'm seeing some noise in here as well, so let's just come down here and, whoops. Let's go back to Develop Module on this guy and go to Detail. And I've got no noise reduction on at all. Color, sharpening, and we'll cover this in more detail when I do the editing segment. That should be pretty good. I have no idea what this little thing is up here, but I'll get rid of it. That's it. Oops. And so we'll send them this, whoops, not that one. Oh, okay, so I actually like his expression better here. Okay, well, decisions. Since he won't have the two of them to compare, we'll just, is this the one I put the sharpening and noise reduction on? Yes, it is. Okay, so I will right-click, export, bottom right, and chug, export one file. Well, it's taken so long. There it is. Oh, proof only. That's not what I wanted. Darn. Right click, export, and let's go to oh, I didn't mean for did I do that earlier? Maybe I did. I'll do this one. And yeah, that's the proper one, and this one I can delete. Alright, so I will send that to them as soon as I finish this video, and let's see. Okay, so there's a whole bunch more. So I'm just going to keep doing more of the same thing as we go along here. And then I'll come back and review all these 3s. And when I have all of these 3s done, then we can decide which ones we're going to promote to 4s. And